we wanted to go early, we would just do the virtual presentations and then have the in-person presenters go. And I don't know, hopefully that helps with flow or something. I don't know. But do you mind, do you want to go first?
Yeah.
First? Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm okay with
Okay.
it. At least I will be finished in the first half hour. That will be great.
Okay. Well, you got here first, so now you're first. But we have some time, and so I don't know if you wanted to like share your screen and we could make sure everything was working, or
Okay.
but also we have time, so no rush.
Oh, it says the host disabled participant screen sharing.
Let me make you a co-host.
Okay.
Okay, it looks good. It's not in the full presentation mode, but we can see it well.
Yeah, let me.
Okay, yeah, looks good, and it's advancing. So I'm gonna, Lisa, yeah, I'm gonna let Lisa come up here and upload her slides. There one that I can pull out to upload. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the little notification. Yeah. Oh, yes, that gotcha. USB ports that I can. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What can I unplug? Mine and I did, yeah. I think I. I'm a firm believer you can just rip them out or else. Yeah. Okay. It's on there. Yeah, yeah. So I was just gonna go, so I don't have any questions on ordering, what do you wanna do, but Chad is not gonna be the one. Yeah, and, I was doing online, and I don't know if it makes sense to just keep open functions to go over. So we could go for, and then figure out. Yeah. Yes, those just. Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Yeah. Too much information. I think so, not really. I think it's really fast, I think about.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the track session, actually lighting track session, intended and unintended consequences or intended effects of food assistance programs. I would like to thank the organizer of the first, well, my manners. I am Alessandro Bonanno from Colorado State University, and I will be the moderator for this track session. And I would like to thank Catherine Harris Lagudakis, got it? Okay. For organizing this lighting session and for the FAMPS and FSN to co-sponsoring. Because this is a lighting sections, all the presentations will be 10 minutes. We're gonna have 6 confirmed, maybe 7 presentations.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Could you please speak louder? We can't hear you on Zoom.
Being Italian, I never had that problem before, but sure. Now, so we will have 6 presentations confirmed, maybe 7. We still don't know about 1 presentation. One of the presenters will go first, will present via Zoom, and then we have 5 confirmed presentations live. Because each presentation will be 10 minutes for the presenters in the room, you will see the 2 minutes sign. I don't see the point of doing 5. And then the 1 for time's up. And we will try, and we will gonna have about 2 to 3 minutes for each person for questions. And yeah, so we'll keep things moving quite at a quite fast pace. And for Kaidi, who's going to present first, I will, I guess, yell when you have 2 minutes left. So Kaidi, so I'm introducing the first presentation, Kaidi Wu from the Department of Economics at Michigan State University. And Kaidi will present her work on SNAP work requirement and criminal recidivism. No, that's not a good time for spelling. Thank you. Kaidi, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you for all the organizers for organizing this track session. And it's my pleasure to present my work on SNAP work requirement and criminal recidivism here. Oh, sorry, I can. Okay. So here are some motivating background information about this research topic. So first, the US has been the country with the highest incarceration rate in the world. So every year there are over 600,000 offenders released from the US prisons. And according to some statistics, we have over half of them returning to prison after 3 years of release. So the barriers to good re-entry into their communities is important because they are suffering from different sorts of difficulties after release. Such difficulties will be such as chronic diseases, food insecurity, homelessness, and weak employment prospects. And we have a large public benefit system that could play an important role in help with their re-entry into the communities. So this study looks specifically at the SNAP work requirement imposed within the food stamp program. So the background of this work requirement is that since the 1996 welfare reform, our government starts to impose work requirements on able-bodied adults aged 18 to 49 and those who's without dependents to reduce dependency and encourage work. And specifically for the food stamp program, this work requirement limits the benefits for ABODs to 3 months of benefits in a 3-year period, unless they satisfy the work requirement imposed in this SNAP program. But later the welfare reform bill also allows states to request a time limit waiver for areas with high unemployment rate, which takes into the account that areas with insufficient jobs are really difficult for those people to look for a job and satisfy this work requirements. And here is a map of the county level SNAP work requirement waiver in year 2011. So as the consequence of the Great Recession in 2008, the 2009 AAEA program grants a work waiver for every county in the United States. And a year later, the state starts to reimpose these work requirement waivers. And this graph shows the status in 2011. We can see that the dark blue area are the counties with waived work requirements, and the white counties are areas with a new work requirement imposed. And we can see that in 2011, there are only a small portion of counties that have imposed a work requirement. And here's the situation in 2017. And we can see that more and more counties have the work requirement imposed, and there are still some states with large portion of counties still have the waiver of the work requirement. So here are some mental model that motivates the connection between the SNAP work requirements and their recidivism behaviors. One common thought is that when we have a work requirement in place, that would make it harder for those newly released ex-prisoners to get a food stamp, and the higher bar of getting the benefits makes them maybe giving up looking for jobs, and because of they are not getting the benefits, then there are lower opportunity costs of recidivism, and then they are more likely to commit a crime again and being sent back to the prisons. But it also could be the case that with a work requirement, those prisoners are encouraged to put in more endeavor to look for a new job. And when they finally got the benefits, then this means a higher opportunity cost of the recidivism, and so they are less likely to commit future crimes. So they are less likely to recidivism and return to prisons after they got the benefits. So this study just aims at evaluating the effects of the SNAP work requirement on the recidivism behaviors of ex-offenders. And the identification variation comes from the temporal and geographical variation in the wafer status across the US, and also the exogenous age cutoff for ABOTs. The data I use in this study mainly come from two sources. The first is the USDA historical SNAP waivers data, which have detailed dates when each county or combined areas are granted a SNAP waiver and when those SNAP waivers expired. And the other source is the outcome measure I used in this study. It comes from the National Corrections Reporting Program, which contains the recidivism data from 2011 to 2017. And these data are requested by the program, and the states can voluntarily report their data from state prisons to this program. So this is not a data set with all states in the US, but most of them participated in this program. So this data set first contains demographic characteristics of the offender, including their age, race, Hispanic ethnicity, and other demographic characteristics. And the second is here can just be interpreted as intent to treat. So here are the county level characteristics. In this study, I also include other county level policies that could affect recidivism behaviors. So the main difference here is that we can see the unemployment rate in the areas with waived work requirements is significantly higher than the non-waived areas, which indicates the mechanism of waiving the work requirements that is based on the local unemployment rate. And other characteristics are not significantly different from each other, such as the number of police officers and whether the county has a SNAP drug ban opt-out and whether there's a 10th drug ban opt-out. And the number of prisoners in the state counties, in the state prisons are not significantly different from counties with waivers and those with not. And the number of released prisoners are also similar across these areas. Here's a snapshot of the demographic characteristics for prisoners in 2017, and the demographics are similar but differ in the sense that in non-waived areas we have more white prisoners and we have less prisoners admitted into the prison because of a violent crime, but a little bit higher ratio of prisoners who are admitted because of a drug crime. So the method I use in this study is just OLS regression model because we are relying on the exogeneity of the release time with regards to the local waiver status and also the exogenous age cutoff for definition of ABOTs that determines whether the individual is subject to work requirements. So here the table is the results from the regression, and here I'm restricting individuals released during during these years to age 45 and 54 to like limit the age effect in the regression model. And we can see panel A, I'm looking at the 1-year recidivism rate, and the panel B is 3-year recidivism rate. And in panel A, the third row in panel A is the coefficient from the interaction term in the regression model. And we can see the first column shows the results for all crimes. And we can see that those persons who are subject to the ABOT age cutoff and they are released to a county with work requirement is less likely to recommit a crime within 1 year of release. And when decomposing these outcome based on their crime characteristics, we can see that the reduction occurs for all kinds of crimes. And we can see there's like a 0.3 percentage point reduction in 1-year recidivism rate for property crimes and similar for violent crimes. And there's also a 0.2 reduction in the probability of 1-year recidivism for those who recommit a drug crime. But when I extend the analysis to 3-year window, then the effect kind of goes away, but simultaneously I'm losing almost half of the observations. And another issue with the 3-year analysis could be that when I'm looking at an individual aged 48 at release, and after 3 years, he's going to age out of the work requirement. So the work requirement is only binding for him for 2 years. So the treatment effect could be mitigated in this sense. And here is a table where I further restrict the age window in this analysis, and this results in also non-significant findings of the regression model. This also could be driven by the effects that when I restrict the sample to a smaller age window, this could be confounded by those who are released at 49 years old will soon turn to 50, and then the work requirements would only be binding for the first few months when he has not turned to 50 yet. And so the result here could be only interpreted as the impact of work requirement at release on his following recidivism activities. Okay, here's a classification test here where I just changed the age cutoffs, and we can see at alternative age cutoffs, there are non-impact of the work requirement on the recidivism behaviors, which kind of confirms that age cutoff for ABOTs is going to impact recidivism behaviors for recidivism through the SNAP work requirement. And here's a brief sum up of the current study. Because the whole study, we show that the 1-year recidivism rate of those released to areas with SNAP ABOT work requirement is 0.7 percentage points lower than those who are released in areas without a work requirement and those who are not subject to the ABOT age cutoff. But the effect is not found to be consistent for a longer window after release. And because we are actually finding a lower recidivism rate due to work requirements, this could imply that the work requirements may not be a double punishment for the ex-prisoners. And the caveat here is that the estimate only includes recidivism with sentence to state prisons because the data itself only tracks the imprisonment from state prisons, and we cannot observe those misdemeanors or other crimes that doesn't result in them returning to state prisons. So for next steps, I think I can extend the analysis to periods before the financial crisis. So I will have a longer time period and more variations in the work requirement waivers in my sample to get a more broad estimates. But there could be caveats with this approach. Well, I think I'm out of time here, so feel free to ask questions that you may have.
Hi, Katie. Really interesting presentation. Really good job. I tuned in a little bit late, so you may have already answered this, but I'm wondering if you account for, or where is this multiple states, or what is the, where is the data coming from?
Okay, let me go back a few slides. Well,
Okay, so it's national.
yes, it's a national reporting program, but the states can voluntarily report data to this program.
I see. I'm just wondering, and maybe this is covered by something else that you're doing, but I'm wondering if you account for whether a state prevents people with a felony from participating in SNAP.
Well, actually, there are current policies that preventing people with drug felonies to participating in SNAP. And yes, I'm controlling for that drug ban in my current analysis.
Okay, great,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so do people have any other thoughts? Yeah, if not, I'm listing my email here so we can communicate later after this section. And we can give more time to other presenters now. Well, I think we are having technical issues in the room. Well, I received a message from the organizer saying that they are having technical issues in the conference room.
I think somehow the AEA like drop off, right? So we don't have AEA person anymore.
Yeah.
I think that he like the AEA technical support give you the host, and then she left, and
I just don't know what happened on their end.
is there? Do we have another speaker?
Yeah, I think we have another one presenting virtually.
Is it Songming? Maybe Songming.
Yes.
Yes, I'm presenting virtually because I just got COVID yesterday, so I need to
Oh,
present it
Sorry,
in my hotel room right now. Yeah.
I see. Are you who is like what's your order for presenting? Are you in the second one?
No, I wasn't heard of it, but when I just saw the list of papers on the AAEA website, I was listed the last, but I don't
okay.
know whether that's the order or not. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if Katie reached out to you already, and she said she wanted the virtual presentations to go first. So
Really?
yes.
So I haven't heard anything from no, I told Katie whether I can present virtually last night, and she said okay. So yeah, but I haven't heard of when I should present yet. So
Yeah, so I'm messaging her right now to
yeah,
see what
okay.
happened there.
Yeah, I don't see her in the Zoom or
She's probably in Anaheim right now. Right?
yeah, she should be in Anaheim. Yeah, but I don't know what's going on in the presentation room.
I'm going to email Alessandro as well, because Alessandro is listed as the moderator for the session. So, and I know him. I'm gonna email him. At least we have one more speaker here, so that's good.
Yeah.
More scenario, like you can take the final 20 minutes and give us a presentation, I think. And that should be fine. So you're talking about WEAP, right? Are you?
I'm talking about Snap.
Oh.
Me?
Yeah, so me, yes.
Yeah, I will be talking about the Snap over the last 40 years. Yeah. So the title is actually outdated. So I'm actually investigating the effect of food stamp on food security dynamics over a 40-year period from 1979 to 2019. So wait, I think I just became host, and then let's see. Shall I begin presentation or what?
I just don't see, I don't know like who. Is someone giving one?
Yeah, I don't mind just giving presentation to just all 3 or 4 of us. I can get some decent feedback from you.
I think all of us here are very interested in SNAP and
Yeah.
other food assistance programs.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Sumi, I had to drop because I have another meeting soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
So did you hear anything back from Kitty?
No,
No,
not
I
yet. She's not
just
responding.
sent an email. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything from her. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I sent an email to Alessandra. I'm not sure if he's gonna check his email or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, have a nice presentation, Sumi.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Assuming I'm in the same boat that you're in. I just found out this morning that I got COVID, so I'm very
Oh
sorry
my
to hear that you're
God.
sick. I was hoping
Yeah.
to be here in person, but I'm in my Airbnb.
Yeah, so I'm staying in my hotel room in Anaheim. So yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I supposed to present, so I told Katie that I will present virtually. So she said it's okay, but yeah, I don't know what's going on right now.
Someone just drop off. Yeah, host. Maybe we can wait for a few minutes and just in case someone connect you back. Would that be
Yeah,
okay?
but yeah, right. But there's
Excuse me,
nothing else
what-
we can do.
what-
Just send an. Oh, wait, someone speaking?
What room are you supposed to be speaking in? What physical room are you supposed to be in?
Let's say it's ballroom J.
Yeah, Grand Ballroom J.
Okay, stand by.
Yay, we have someone to help us.
Yeah, finally we have someone. Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, I'm assistant professor at Penn State University. And I also do some research on SNAP. So that's why I'm
Awesome.
here.
I'm sorry, which school you're in? Yeah.
Penn State.
Penn State. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a grad student at Cornell, so I'm doing mostly about food security in the United States, and
Mhm.
I'm presenting the effect of SNAP on food security. So
Which year are you?
I'm now becoming 5th year.
Oh, so you're on the market or this
No,
year?
I'll be market a year later. I'll be
Okay.
on market in my 6th year. Yeah,
Mhm. Is this your
Yeah.
geography paper?
likely. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
good luck with that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, one more question, guys. What time were you supposed to speak in J?
So I wasn't given specific time.
Okay,
I just
here's what's happened. There's somebody speaking in room J right now, and I think you guys have logged on and started the event, and now we can't present them in J. So we're probably going to bump you guys off in a minute and find out what time you were supposed to be speaking. What's your name, sir?
Seungmin Lee. Yeah, SEUNGMIN and LEE. That's my name.
Okay, I'll be right back with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think the person in charge in the room just log off on Zoom somehow.
Yeah, they're just doing their own business doing their own party.
Yeah. It's annoying. I
Yeah.
mean, we pay the same price for the virtual experience. Yeah, I find that a lot of speakers forgot to share their screen. So we can't see them. Really hard to follow if you cannot see the slides and people are talking super fast.
Yeah.
So who is your advisor?
Chris Barrett.
Oh, okay. So are you also doing some development? So are you doing some development work as well?
I'm going to do the one in Peru, and then but I haven't really started yet. So right now I'm mostly focused on the US food security.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So are you interested in academia industry or in general?
I mean, when
both.
I go to job market,
Yeah. So are you looking for a job in academia? Or
I'm mostly interested in non-academia. So there are a couple of think tanks or the research institute like an IPRI or so if you're doing studies, I think you know the Mathematica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they do both development research and the policy about SNAP. So I think they nicely overlap my research interest. And a couple of my Chris's former postdoc are actually working there. So I think it's a good thing. But yeah, I will still apply for academia, but it's not like my top #1 choice or something. Yeah.
Got it. I see.
Yeah.
So is Mathematica mostly in DC?
Yeah, so they have offices in DC, or I don't mind going in Ann Arbor because they have office in Ann Arbor, but I did my undergrad at University of Michigan. So yeah, happy to go back to my alma mater in that case. But yeah, I mean, being able to stay in like the big cities is actually one of the reasons why I'm planning to go for like a non-academia as well, because they are often located in some big cities. So
How big is Ann Arbor?
what do you mean, the population size or the number
Right,
of students?
Yeah, population size.
I don't know. Yeah, but that's a really cool town, and I like Ann Arbor more than any other cities in the US. And then
Really?
yeah, it has a nice balance between like a nature, eco-friendly, and then some kind of development. Yeah, because Cornell, Ithaca, it's just too much focus on nature and less accessibility so far. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, hopefully you can
Where's
find.
Penn State? Yeah.
It's in State College, so it's in the middle of Pennsylvania, and about 3 hours drive to Philly and 3 hours drive to Pittsburgh. So it's right in the middle. Yeah, it's very nice weather right here, like right now. It's only 80s, like 70s. Never reach like rarely reach 90s. So I complain in the summer. Like it's really cool here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Very close to a lot of different cities, like DC, means 3 hours away. Baltimore, same thing, and New York City, 5 hours drive. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Like Ithaca is pretty close to State College, maybe 3 hours drive.
Yeah,
you have
like
to
straight north, right? If you go north
yeah,
from
so
State
it's
College,
like a 4-hour drive from New York City to above, and then it's just mountain everywhere, and then it's hard to get out, and then even coming here wasn't like easy because
Yeah. So Sharma, you're also at Cornell.
I'm sorry.
I did my undergraduate work at Cornell actually. I worked with Chris in my undergrad actually.
Oh, really? Awesome. Yeah. When was it? Yeah.
I graduated in 2013.
Oh, okay, that was like some time ago. Yeah.
So where do you work now?
I'm at UC Davis, but I'm finishing up and I'm going to be starting at the University of Minnesota in the fall.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So are you starting as an assistant professor too?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So is your area, like what's your dissertation about? Like what's your job market?
So my job market paper looks at how WIC participants respond to the removal of an authorized vendor because of disqualification.
Oh.
So some of my chapters focus on WIC and one of them focuses on SNAP, but I mostly work on food assistance.
Mhm. So do you work with Team BD? That's what I.
And then with Marion Bittler in the econ department.
Okay.
And Rich Sexton.
Yeah, good for you. And then the job and starting a new chapter. Have you settled down?
It's exciting.
Are you settled down in Minnesota? Have you
I
like
haven't
moved?
moved yet. I'll
Okay.
move in a few weeks. Yeah.
I see. Are you gonna teach in the fall?
They've given me a course release for the fall, so I'll start teaching in the spring.
Okay, I see. Do you
which is
know
really
what way you teach?
econometrics. So undergraduate econometrics in the spring and then probably
Mhm.
master's in the fall.
I see. So you are teaching all these like a one in the fall and one in spring?
Yeah.
I see.
And then every other year, I think in the PhD sequence, the like ag and food sequence.
So it's like 2.5 teaching load for you?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, great. But your appointment 50-50, right? Is that
Yeah. Yeah,
50?
50-50 teaching and research.
Okay, I see. Yeah, it's good luck with that.
Thank you.
I didn't go to the AAEA because I'm pregnant, so I don't want to have more complications during the pregnancy.
That
so-
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's actually a wise decision. Yeah, I spent nearly $1,000 for flight ticket and accommodation, and I got COVID and I stay in hotel waiting
Oh.
for whether I can even present it or not. And yeah,
I hope you
if
had some
yeah.
good networking opportunities like yesterday or on Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why I actually came here. I was hoping to meet a lot of people from different organizations and students and professors. I actually happened to meet some people doing very interesting research, but yeah, now I cannot go to the conference place. So
How do you feel? Like, do you feel fatigue or do you have a fever? Like, how do you feel?
So yesterday, I had some fever and chill, and today the fever went down, but now I have some coughing and some occasional chest pain. So
Oh,
yeah, that's it.
That's-
Yeah,
That's worrisome.
I got much better compared to the day I got COVID. So I hope it'll get some better